Hi, Floss Tube.
Hi, Floss Tube.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jane.
And we are the BosStitchers. Today is Sunday, September 12th. A beautiful day in Boston. This is episode 29. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you for, if you're new, thank you for checking us out. If you are returning, thanks for coming back. We're actually filming a day late. We went to our stitching group yesterday, and Chris and I usually film after we go to the World in Stitches, but we're filming a day late because yesterday afternoon
you were busy.
My husband and I got a new beagle.
Yay!
Yeah, so he's a 9-month-old beagle boy.
His name?
Well, the shelter named him Chester, which we thought was a very cute name for a beagle. On the way home, we realized that his name is Chester Sylvester. And now Howie wants his middle name to be Lester. So, yeah, so that's... but
it's a long name for a little dog.
It is. But he's very cute. He's a very, very sweet boy. Lefty's not too sure about him yet. She's a 10-year-old girl, and I think she's going to have to put him in his place a few times, but he's very sweet, and so is she, so I think that they will be friendly soon.
They'll get used to each other.
Yeah. So that's my big news.
Congratulations on the new addition.
Thank you. I'll put in a couple of pictures. We've been having trouble getting pictures of him because he zooms around. Howie's already got a nickname, Chet the Jet, for him. So, anyway, so what have you been up to?
Well, I was on vacation for a good part of last week, and we went to the Cape this is my 5th time, my husband's first, at our church denominations has a retreat center / compound.
That's Cape Cod, Massachusetts, for those who are not familiar with Massachusetts.
And it's right by a really gorgeous beach, so it was nice. And 4 out of 5 days were very nice. The other one, we were content to relax, and it's not too far from Hyannis, so we went to the JFK Museum, which I've never been to before, amazingly.
Yeah.
And that was nice thing to do on a rainy day. So
Great.
It's very nice. Our church we were a small group this year, only 15 people, but our church is the biggest block with 7 people, so that was nice to spend time with some folks we know.
Excellent.
So
and you've also we wanted to talk about the giveaways.
Oh yes, those were mailed out. That was the end of August, the beginning of the week prior to this. Oh, we have a very whiny boy in the background today who I think maybe is going to need to be removed. So if you were a winner, I hope you even received that, which I would think most
some
people
have.
might, or that it would be coming very shortly.
Yeah.
All right, we might have to take a little break. But Jane, shall we try to throw out?
Sure. Yes.
Stitch. Okay.
Yes. I will. Okay. So for No New Starts, they had another Riff-off. And if you've ever seen the movie Pitch Perfect, this is kind of a takeoff on that. So basically is that you start with a theme, and then the next group would start singing a song that relates to like the last word of the previous song, and then on and on. So the idea behind the No New Starts Riff-off is they start with a word, and then you build on. So from project to project, the subsequent projects have to relate to the previous, and you can't repeat links. So,
all right. Let's see how this works.
So the challenge was to do at least 10, and then you got prize entries for doing 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 plus, which didn't happen for me, but I ended up doing 13.
Those people didn't get a beagle.
No, that's right. Ended up doing 13.
Ooh,
so
not too shabby.
That's right. So the word that we started with was school. So the first project I pulled out was my alphabets in cross stitch. It's the Looney Tunes. And I am doing my husband's name in the Sylvester letters.
Did you say, you might have said this, do you have to do 200 stitches?
200, oh yeah, I didn't say,
Okay.
yeah, 200 stitches on each project. And so this is on a 28 count linen, Confederate Gray. And now I had the H done, now I have finished the O. All of the stitching is done, I just have to do the back stitching now.
Very good.
So that was that.
Okay.
So
these.
then from there, Sylvester is a cat. So I went to another cat project, which is this Dimensions cross stitch kit.
Oh, there's a classic.
Yes, it's called 3 Bird Watchers. And for this one, I'm using the whole kit, whatever was in the kit. So I think this is probably this is an 18 count ivory aida.
Excuse me.
And so I just, this is one of the kittens coming in into focus here, looking out the window. So that was that. So the kittens are looking at birds. So my next was to go to a bird pattern, and I went to Thanksgiving Mr. Owl. And this is a chart by Barefoot Needleart.
That's cute.
And this is on 32 count linen, and this is vintage blue whisper.
Ooh. Swigart?
That is a good question.
all right.
Yeah, must be. Yeah, it must be. So a little bit more of the bird. I got his feet in and started stitching some of the branch.
Well, I think you're going to have him finish before this Thanksgiving.
I hope so. All right, then I went, now that was an owl. So I went to another owl project. This is Birds of a Feather. It's called Hanging Around, and this is a Heritage Crafts design. And on this, it looks a lot bigger on there than it actually is. I started this on a pretty big piece of
Oh yeah, you did.
fabric, but it's really
Plenty of room to frame.
Exactly. It's gonna. It's pretty small. This is just a. This is a 32 count white even weave. So I put in some more of the. I think I put in some more of the branch and a little bit down here.
When
It's kind of hard to tell because it's only, it's only 200 stitches. So, and I didn't want to fool around. I put in my 200 and I moved on.
You were ready to go. And do you post pictures of these in the group?
Yeah. So you post.
How you
yeah,
get
you post
your credit?
You post a before and after picture. Yeah. And also you post like what the connection is.
Oh right.
And,
okay.
Yeah. So then the bird was in the birds were in the tree.
Trees.
So
I see where you're going.
yeah, so and this is Pooh and friends, and they are in a tree. And this is a chart that I've had for a very long time. I think I might have gotten it on Etsy, but I can't say for sure. Anyway, I got it from Simonetta Sabatucci, and that is, I did a little bit more on
Oh, I love Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Is he swinging in the tire?
Yeah. So I put, so I think I finished the tire, and then I finished his head. I put in some of his mane. All right, so that was that.
I have a feeling who this might be going to when it's finished.
All right, so that was Pooh. Then I happened to have another Winnie the Pooh piece, and that is from this book, Winnie the Pooh and Friends, 100 Acre Wood. And I am doing this chart on the back with all of the Pooh characters. There were also some like bonus things that you could get.
Oh, okay.
So like if you, one of them was if you had a chart that had a book. This one has a book. Chart that has a P in it, so Winnie the Pooh. This one is actually I used for a lot because one of the words was baby, and Roo is Kanga's baby.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to get a few. Now this is silly to even show, but it is 200 stitches, and I just didn't do a lot. This is, I think, the first time that I've picked this up actually this year, since I put my first 200 in. Sorry.
Do you know what color DMC that is? Because that is classic Winnie color, isn't it?
Yeah, I can tell you. Let's see. That is 725.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain in the neck because there are a lot of like half stitches and quarter stitch, fractionals on this, but it's gonna be cute, I think.
Yeah, it will. Nice fabric.
Okay, so let's see. So that was Winnie the Pooh, and Piglet is a Winnie the Pooh character. So then I went to Old MacDonald's farm because this has a pig in the design. This is a chart by Lesley Teare, and I forgot to tell you that the let's see, the Winnie the Pooh tree is 28 count even weave. The Winnie the Pooh and Friends with the book is 32 count lugana. They're just both white. This is also on a 32 count white lugana. And let's see, that's the legs.
This is lucky you've had so many whips, because when these come up, you
know. Well, you could, if you finished all your, like if you went through all your whips the first time, you could come around and do them again. So if you only had 10,
all right,
you could go again. All right, so that is Old MacDonald's farm. Okay, now Old MacDonald's farm has a dog. So from there, I went to my classic Keepsakes chart, Hey Diddle Diddle, because that also has a dog in it. And last time you saw this, I think I had finished the moon. The moon has a hat on, but I haven't done the hat, but at least all the yellow in the moon is stitched.
Looks like a banana.
Yeah, I know. So I started stitching the cow jumping over the moon. and all I did was put in the legs, a little bit of the belly, and started moving up on the white. And again, that was, 200 or so. It was probably, some of them were 201, 200 and there was one, I think the most I did on one was like 220, and that was because I just wanted to finish the length of thread, yeah. All right, so then that was a dog, and then I went to the ink circles, Dog's Declaration.
I love that one.
This I'm doing on all of the called for. It's a 36 count Tycho with the Valdani threads.
I always think this is a long dog. Great material.
Yeah, and it's obviously
geez.
it's obviously going to be huge.
Unlike your other one, you actually need this.
Yeah. What is that on there? Okay. So I'm stitching this 1/2, and I put in some more of the L for actually the word life. I finished the L, I put in the I did a little bit of the bottom of the F for it says life, liberty, and the pursuit of squirrels. So that was that.
Keep going on this, Jane. I might want to borrow that someday.
All right. And then now, so Dog's Declaration says life, liberty, and the pursuit of squirrels. And
clever.
yeah, and Let Freedom Ring has the Liberty Bell. And it also says proclaim liberty throughout the land. So that kind of tied in pretty nicely.
That was very clever. And I love seeing this one.
So right now I'm working a little bit more on, I started working on this building here. So I finished the windows, and I started putting in the brick. I have to say I fell off the wagon for my half hour a day on this.
All right.
I will make up the time, but I didn't.
Working overtime to get that in.
Yeah. So that's that. All right. Oh, and then so let me just show this. So this has the date of 1776. So I moved on to early Americans. I'm doing
good transition.
I'm doing all 9 of the Little House Needleworks charts, and the first one I did was Betsy Ross. And you can see it has the date 1776. Yeah. The next one is John Hancock. Again, has 1776. Let's see. I haven't been telling you exactly what I've been stitching these on, but not all of them anyway. But they'll all be in the description box below. My glass is sweating.
All right.
So this is Early Americans. This is on 32 count Belfast linen in the color Flax. Ooh. So I finished the Betsy Ross square. And I'm doing this with all the called for, it's all Classic Colorworks. Except for the borders. I didn't want a variegated border, so I'm using the DMC conversion for the borders. I started a little bit on the house for John Hancock, and I decided that this is one of the projects that I'm going to be bringing to Needlework Galleria, and I also want to, this is a lot of fabric, so I also want to cut it. So I need to figure out how much how much fabric I need over here before I cut it, and then probably use actually the borders here. Let's see. Yeah, the borders I haven't finished yet. I only did like half stitches so that I could do the borders, fill in the borders.
That's good. That's a great one. Yeah.
I won't have to. Yeah. All right.
Very nice. Love this one
let's
too.
see. Okay, so that was 1776.
Okay.
And then, so then this one's kind of lame, but.
You done really well up to now.
So the Betsy Ross chart had some flowers in it, so I went to flowers. They only had a couple of flowers, but you know, I was running out of steam. So this one I haven't pulled out for a really long time.
No, you haven't.
This is Scandinavian tablecloth, and the designer is Marks and Kattens. This was a kit, and I have the square tablecloth. They do have a table runner, and they also have this picture, but my kit came with the square tablecloth.
Nice.
So I'm using all of the kit stuff, and this is probably a 14 count.
Even looks
Or
bigger, doesn't
maybe
it?
it's an 11. I don't know. But so I have one corner completely finished here, and then I'm working on this one. This came with cottons and silks.
Ooh.
So what I did for my 200 stitches is basically I just did, you know, some of the border here and brought it up.
You're getting close to half done though.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's nice. It's just that, you know, it's kind of, now I have to do the exact same design
Right,
4
over
times,
and over.
which is
Yeah.
why I ended up putting it away for a while, but I really should bring it out because it's, you know, it's getting close to a finish, sort of.
It is.
50%
It is,
anyway, right?
Yeah. That's real progress.
And then the last whip that I have is that tablecloth had flowers, and Hello Autumn by Sue Hillis Designs has flowers in the trunk.
Another one of my favorites.
Yeah, has all these sunflowers. This was actually fun to get back to working on.
And I love it on that fabric
You
chain.
can't really tell exactly what it is, so I got to put some more stitches in this so that you can at
Well,
least
it's red all
can
right.
at least tell it's a truck. There's a lot of different reds in it, so this portion here is actually the door, and then the flowers would actually go behind in the cab. Behind the cab.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Did you ever get this
And-
one? Hello Halloween?
No, I never
Ooh.
did. No, I was
That's a
waiting for
cute
you
one.
too.
Oh yeah. Could happen next week.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is a 32 count lugana. It's the color is called Robin, and it's an orphan from Picture This Plus. So.
Perfect for that.
Yeah, it's a nice color, and I like it's really nice to stitch on too. All right, now I'll put that away.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I had time for.
Well, as usual, mine won't look so impressive stacked up against that. You know, the last couple of times for me, I've had, you know, an unusual number of whips have not come close to that.
Yep.
But this time I'm really up to my usuals more. So I did have a new start. This is a good marriage, and the design is Mary Englebright, and it's an imaginating pattern. And the verse on it reads, "There is no more lovely, friendly, and charming relationship, communion, or company than a good marriage," by Martin Luther. So I am doing this for our 30th wedding anniversary, which is next year. So I've got a little time, but you know me, I need some time. So as you can tell, I've been working on the outside frame. And I said to Jane right before we started filming, I think I'm on good track here, but I am going to count this to make sure I didn't get too carried away.
Yeah.
And keep going.
Yes.
Before I finish up on that border. And this is what I'm going to take to Galleria. I've got the outside border, and then there's an inside around the lettering as well. This is actually quite a bit of stitching because of that lettering, and it's of the age of the back, a lot of back stitching too, I'm afraid. And I'm doing this on 18 count aida and all the called for DMCs. And I really love those colors, the way they pop on the black.
Yeah.
My next is little progress on this home pattern from the June Just Cross Stitch magazine. And not a heck of a lot of progress, but I just had a very few stitches in this H before. And I got a little bit more in on this one. Not a lot of stitching really to be done, you know, in this. And this is the one that I'm personalizing with latitude and longitude for my cousin for a gift. They just moved to a new home. So
That's nice.
Yeah, I get that done. And then I really planned on getting Pour for War done. And my somewhat lame excuse is I really am dependent on my day glow lamp magnifier. And unfortunately that stopped holding a charge. And although I wasn't happy since I've had it less than 6 months, I do depend on it so much I bought another one. So that just arrived today, so I'll get back to all these things. But I did get a good amount done, I guess.
You gotta be almost done.
Yeah, I am almost done. This was from, I think I got this done not yesterday, but the time before we were at our LNS for Stitch Day. So yeah, very little to do. Just have to finish up some of the vines and stuff here, and some of these letters have some fill in on them, and just a little bit on the, very little bit on the wine bottle to go, and that'll be done.
Nice.
So that's it for me in the WIP department.
Okay.
A finish, Jane?
Yes, I do have a finish. So I was lamenting the last time about how small this chart is. It is 51 by 68, Lamplight Trio by Whitley Julep Designs. And this looks to me like a basset hound, but I'm calling these beagles. And
I think you can call them what you'd like.
okay.
I agree. They look like beagles.
And I finished it.
Yay!
So I'm so happy to have this one done. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Very nice. When you finish one, do you get a new one, or that's not how the rules work for?
No,
okay.
that's not how it works.
All right.
Nope, you don't. You just work
You
on...
get satisfaction and pride.
Right, exactly. Yep. All my new starts will be next year.
And you've got them.
And I've got them. I'm itching to do. There are some that I'm really itching to do, and I've gotten a couple of things in the mail recently that I'm really, really anxious to do.
You've shown much maturity and restraint this year.
Finishes for you.
Well, I know, but I know we both have some FFOs.
Yes.
are very excited about. And these were put together by our finisher, Janet, who just did an absolutely outstanding job. This is my 2021 Prairie School of Santa, and the work that she put into this is just amazing.
No.
We've got some snowflake buttons here, tiger, and she edged these off so nicely.
Yeah.
Look at the bottom of that and the back. They're just perfectly stuffed.
Just a little stand up.
Yeah, it is perfect.
Yeah. So cute.
Jane and
So
I
cute.
trust Janet in her sewing skills and her eye for coordination so much. We just usually say, you go ahead and do what you want. And
Yeah.
she knocked them out of the park.
Yeah.
So thank you, Janet.
And then I have, my pillow fell on the floor.
Uh-oh, that's all right.
I'll show this one.
Hold on.
I'll show this one while Chris is helping me out
rescue
there. So this was a finish that this is the chart, Pilgrim Fathers sailing from Delfshaven, and I don't have the chart anymore because I passed it on. This was, let's see, what did I do this on? This is a 32 count Belfast linen. This was April Showers from Bestitch Me. And Janet did a flat fold for me. And look at how beautiful that is. She put this compass charm on it. And we got some little tassels here. Got the cording all the way around, the fabric inside, and then look at the fabric on, which is coordinating fabric on the back. These old rulers. I just love this.
That came out so good.
Yeah. And it really...
I love the jewel on the...
Oh yeah, yes. She put a little
yeah.
jewel on the flag. Yeah. So this came out so good. It's awesome. Love it.
Very nice.
And then this chart was a freebie. This was one of the Be Well charts. This was Lila's studio chart. And this was the bunny. And this bunny had, let's see, there was something down here. There was something
it the words,
up
maybe?
here. So it was it said Be Well down here, and then there was something up here. I think you could have like put your initials or something. Then there like the date down here. So I just I added another flower down here. And then here I added another flower because I just felt like it needed something else. And then she did the backing fabric, which is very sweet.
It's great. Looks like Easter eggs.
Yeah. Oh, I love this, and it's nice and very nice and squishy.
So good stuff.
She did a great job.
Yeah.
So, and then she also did another one for me that I'm not going to show. I'll take some pictures and I'll show it probably after November, because that's for our smalls exchange at the Frugal Yankee. But she did a great job on that too. So
someone will be very lucky there.
Someone will be very happy with that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
All right, so that's FFOs.
All right. Maybe say thanks.
Yes, so I received a package from a friend, Lillian, from Alberta, Canada. So it's kind of like north of Calgary, north of Edmonton.
It's up there then.
It's up there, and it's kind of on the border with Saskatchewan.
Okay.
But Lillian contacted me and asked me if she could send me some Looney Tunes charts that she had stitched for her kids, and I said, of course you can. So just wanted to show you. This was Looney Tunes. These are Leisure Arts booklets, and this one is so cute. And of course, I will be stitching Sylvester at some point. You very rarely see charts with foghorn leghorn, so I'm happy to have that.
I guess you would, because I have to say I didn't know their characters, so it's an education for me.
This is another one. This is leaflet 2723. This one's really cute
You
too.
are going to be busy.
Yeah. And this one has some of the Looney Tunes Christmas ornaments. Love that.
Nice.
Love these. So I'm excited about that. This is Looney Tunes more waste canvas.
Oh, wow.
And so very cute too.
Lillian was a busy stitcher,
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too. Seize the day. That's funny. Here's Sylvester and Tweety. This is a bad hair day. Hare. So not only did she send me Looney Tunes, but she also sent me a few others.
Oh.
This is the DC Comics superheroes.
Wow.
The adventures of Batman and Robin.
That is cool.
Yeah. So it has Batman and Robin, also has the Joker. It has Batwoman, right? Batwoman. And it has other ones. It has the Penguin.
The Riddler?
The Riddler. Right. It's not the Joker. It's the Riddler. Yeah. And this is one character that I didn't know about. Did you know about Poison Ivy?
No.
So I don't remember her, but that's pretty funny anyway. So that's
a classic.
And then another Leisure Arts, Pat Olson's Jolly Christmas in Waste Canvas. And there's some Santas here with I Still Believe in Santa Claus on the back. We have a reindeer going down the chimney. This is a really cute reindeer. Look how cute that is.
Oh, that's adorable. And Lee Wards, that takes me back.
Oh.
Remember Lee Wards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Christmas Designs in counted cross stitch.
Oh,
These
Hummel?
are Hummels. I'll show you these. Oh, let's see. So we got the kid with the candles and the nativity, the trumpet. Very cute. And 1982.
Paragon, that was another big name. Remember?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This is a Gloria and Pat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Another Leisure Arts, Lots of Christmas. Some cute little designs here. Cute little elf. And I like that little cardinal. And then some little motifs.
I made a lot of those bread covers way back when.
Did you really?
Yeah. Used to make up little baskets for people for Christmas.
Oh, nice. And then this is another designs by Gloria and Pat. It's called It's Duck Season. This is another chart from 1982.
That's pretty.
And show you some of the ones inside.
That would fit right in with your bird theme.
That's right. And then we have Mr. and Mrs. Pheasant. We have some Canadian geese. I love birch trees. And then we have a still life. And we have ducks in the marsh. So that was really fun to get. Thank you so much, Lillian. I will definitely be stitching some of these. I love them. And you know how much I love older charts and seeing all that kind of stuff. So,
and see all these DMCs?
Yeah.
And we probably don't have half of them, right? Never fails.
Never fails. So again, thank you, Lillian. And if you, I know that you won one of our giveaways. We didn't get your address, but I had it because you sent me this lovely gift. But if you could send me your email address through our email, BosStitchers@gmail.com, I would love to send you a little something. So please get in touch with us. Okay, you want to see the rest of my haul?
I sure do.
All right.
Keep going.
Okay. So I got Let's Go Sledding. This is the Ornament Club with Annie B's through Crazy Annie Stitching. And this was number 9. And there's a little bit of a glare, but I think you can see it okay. These are kind of cute.
Those have all been winners that you've got through this.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. Very cute.
I put in an order with Amanda from Ivory Designs. Saw this kit, and this is called Chesapeake Bay Treasures number 2. This is Blue Heron. Oops.
Oh, a full kit, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, comes with, so I got the full kit. So there's the 18 count aida, and there's a hand stamped little patch of fabric. Get the little fish charm, a needle, some backing fabric. Of course, there's the chart, and then there's Silks for You, blue variegated,
nice.
which I've never stitched with before.
No.
This is PR035. So
Very
I'm
nice.
kind of excited to try that.
Well packaged.
And then this one is actually Chesapeake Bay Treasures number 1. And this is the Maryland Blue Crab. And for this one I got, I didn't get the fabric for this one, but I did get the, let's see, I did get the silk. So that's another silk. And this one is PR013. So
very nice.
again,
Yeah,
you
love
know,
those blue crabs.
And some more smalls for next year. So I'm excited to start those.
Yeah.
And Janet, I hope you're paying attention, because once I stitch these, they will be coming to you.
Working hard.
So
Yeah.
and then yesterday, like I said, we went to our LNS, the World in Stitches, and there were a couple of charts there that I could not live without. This is a cottage garden samplings. It's called Gathering Acorns, and this is number 9 in a series called A Time for All Seasons.
We all went crazy for that yesterday.
Look at how cute that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the face. I think the face is really nice.
Yeah.
So
and the
cute.
colors, and I like
and
that
the
it's
basket
fall,
is
but
nice.
it's just pumpkins and orange and
Yeah. So I thought that was really
Yeah.
cute. And then Tracy and Chris bought this the last time, and Randy didn't have any more in stock, so she got some more, and so I bought mine. Last Stitch Cemetery. I don't know. I think you might have.
All right.
Last Stitch Cemetery. This is a hindsight kit, and it comes with the little charms for the tombstones. I think you guys are going to be starting this as a sale, right?
We are planning on doing that October 1st.
Okay.
I guess we should have a name for that, but I'll leave that up to Tracy.
Okay.
I'll check with her.
All
I'm
right,
sorry you
go
won't
ahead.
be joining us,
Go
but
ahead. Start
you
without
know-
me. You know what? It's fine.
You
Go
know
ahead.
me, Jane. I might start it in October 1st, but you and I can clearly stitch on it together next year.
That's all right.
I already
don't
told
mind.
Tracy I know she'll be leagues ahead of me.
Well, I don't know. Tracy's gonna do 31 starts.
I know, that's something.
Right, Tracy?
Tracy is OG Stitchery
Right,
on
right. Yep.
Instagram and BosStitchers.
Yeah. Yeah, you should check out her channel. She's got some cute things going. And then the last thing is finally Owl Forest Embroidery had kits back in stock. So I grabbed a couple of those while they were in stock, because I had been waiting for one of these in particular, and then of course it couldn't travel alone. So these came pretty fast. I bought them. I can't remember when I bought them, but just as I started thinking, I wonder where those kits are, they showed up.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't seem to
yeah.
me, because we were talking about that about the same time, and
Yeah, it wasn't
it doesn't
too.
seem bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too long. But I wanted Enchanted Forest, so I got that.
That's a nice one.
And this comes with the 32 count linen, the threads, a needle minder, and
Beautifully boxed
yeah.
and presented.
right. So this is the box.
Oh, look at those beautiful floss there.
The colors are just. Let me see if I can show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the colors are really pretty. Very anxious
So
to
nicely
start this.
presented.
And then here's the fabric. That's
Zweigart, I
that's
think.
pretty
they
good
usually
color.
use.
Yes. Yep. And then comes with the needle and needle minder. Let me see if I can get that.
Anything you could possibly need.
Yep.
And those charts are terrific too.
I haven't opened the chart yet.
Yeah,
but
they're so easy to read. And they give you two. One of them the complete chart, and one where it's broken up in pieces if you wanted to cut out
Oh, yeah.
and put right on your stand.
Yeah. And then the second one I got is a Bewitched Swamp. And I thought that was very cute too. A lot of flowers and animals. And these are the colors for that.
Nice earthy colors.
And I think the fabric looks pretty much the same
Yeah.
to me. So, and here's the needle minder.
So maybe what you're saying is it's not going to be just smalls next year?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm already planning. I want to start Anzac. I want to start,
Yeah.
There's a modern folk embroidery that I want us to, I forget what the name of it is, but it's like the Four Seasons or something like that. I want to start that. When we went to Needleworkers Delight, I got a lot of fabric for things that I've been wanting to start. So,
Going to be a busy year.
it's going to be a busy year, so I have to finish a bunch of the ones that I have right now.
Yeah.
So.
It's September, Jane.
Oh, I know. So, there's not enough time. Not enough time.
Never enough time to stitch.
Oh, work gets in the way.
I know.
Yeah.
No, we
Work
gotta
gets
take
in the way
care of that.
Work gets in the way of so many things.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've got a much more modest haul.
yeah.
And, one thing that I have, thanks to Jane, that she was able to find for both of us, was murky. Picture this plus. We've been waiting for that for a long time, so really happy that that's in. I'm planning on using this for Lila's Studio Halloween Quaker. That's a biggie. So, not exactly sure when I'm going to start it, but I think I'm in good shape to do that now. So thank you for your successful hunting on that. And then, as I mentioned, I was at Cape Cod this past week, and I believe it was Kathy from who attends our LNS Stitch Days, mentioned this shop in Brewster on the Cape, and it's called Town Ho, TOWN-HO, and it is quite the place. I told Jane she would absolutely love it. As our viewers know, Jane loves to go through our LNS and
I like rummaging.
Yes, find some hidden treasures there. Maybe some older charts or something that others have overlooked, but she finds the diamond in the rough. And there are a lot of diamonds in the rough to be discovered.
I can't wait to go.
And I'm happy to accompany her because, as I said to Jane, this place doesn't exactly jump out at you from the road as you're driving by. So my husband and I drove by, and there is a sign painted on the barn outside, but it was not obvious that it was open. So we proceeded, and there was no obvious parking there. So we continued down the road, and we found a church parking lot. So we had planned on just turning around in there and heading somewhere else. And then I said, well, let me just try calling and seeing. So sure enough, I called. The owner answered. I said, are you open? He said, yes. He said, do you know where we're located? I said, yes, I'm at the church parking lot down the street. I'll walk back down. So, in other words, while I was doing this, my husband was sitting in the car. So my time was not unlimited. You get the picture.
Yeah.
But I was able to do a little bit of hunting while I was there. So I got this Mill Hill kit of ravens. Hope there's not too much glare there. And this is just one of those older Mill Hill kits. I'm not sure offhand what the year is, but one of those kind of things that I've been looking at for a long time. So it was there. So I figured I'd go ahead with that. And to be honest, I don't really know what the pricing theme was at this shop. I did not pay the price that's marked on it, so I'm not really quite sure how they figured out. So I'm not a big memorabilia person, but I did see a few there, and seemed to be fair prices for them. And this is one that, gathering eggs.
I like that one.
Yeah, that I've just kind of seen through the years. So I kind of figured I would pick these up, and if I'm not interested in them, my guess is that there are people out there over the years that like these. So not that I don't tend to sell things on Etsy or other venues, but I guess I could, I guess. And this is the Red Lady Pirate. Again, not really my style, but I do just
cool,
love
though.
the colors in
cool,
that.
yeah.
It really is beautiful. And this is the one that I have thought about doing before, and a Lady Justice. And of course, that is totally based on Pam of Just Keep Stitching. I just loved watching her work on this, and I just thought it was so beautiful. The colors and the beading, I guess I like the theme to that, relate to it maybe more than some of the others.
It's really pretty.
So that was my my haul for the time, and I think that's it.
All right. So, plans.
Well,
Go ahead.
big plan is
Big
Galleria.
plans. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
The next time we film, actually, we will be filming on location
Yes.
from Missouri.
Yeah.
And so that should be fun.
Very excited about
As
that.
I was saying to Chris, maybe not a lot of stitching, but probably some haul.
Yeah, I think we can count on that. I mean, just the opportunity to be at Color and Cotton, since they're local to St. Louis, we certainly hope and expect they'll be there. And to see all those gorgeous fabrics and threads, I mean, that alone. And Kathy of Inspired Needle is the host of the event, so she always brings a load of stuff. Needleworkers Delight tends to be there. So
we'll take some video and show you. Speaking of fabric, though, I just wanted to mention to people that are going to stitch in at the farm, the Frugal Yankee event in November.
Good point.
You probably have gotten an email from from Stitch In at the farm, and I just wanted to mention that if you want Seraphim fabric, she will be our dyer, and you can pre-order really any kind of fabric that you want, and Randy, the owner of the World in Stitches, will bring that fabric to Frugal Yankee for you. So get orders into Randy. They have to be in by October 9th.
The sooner the better.
Yeah, definitely, the sooner the better.
Jane and I had the opportunity to look through. Randy had a sample book of theirs, and so many gorgeous shades they have.
Yeah, Lori does a great job. And there also is going to be a specially dyed fabric for the event. So if you'd like to get a piece of the special dyed fabric, make sure you let Randy know also. It's going to be a gray on gray called Braying Donkey. So that should
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, so that should be fun.
I always love a good gray.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
we
then
got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah. And then the only thing that I'm going to be doing until we go to Galleria is really sort of preparing some whips. I want to prepare whips that have some big blocks of color, so that I can just sit and
we
talk
don't have to
and
concentrate.
stitch. No, I cannot concentrate. I just want to just sit and stitch. So until we see you again, then we'll see you next time from Missouri. And thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And until then, stitch faster.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.